Hey Cancer, how's it going everyone? Welcome to Blue Mountains Tarot. This is going to be a general reading for you guys. The first week of December. I'm currently on vacation and yeah, I'm still doing some readings for you guys. So these are general, please keep that in mind, okay? Take what messages resonate. I do offer personal readings. If you're interested, you can contact me below in the description box to set that up. And thank you guys in advance for all of your support, your likes, your shares, comments. Some people send me some tips and donations. I do appreciate that, so thank you. Let's take a look. One sec. I'm just going to adjust that a bit. There we go. Okay. Messages for Cancer. What's the message for Cancer first half of December? Messages for Cancer. What's going on with you guys? Let's see. I'm going to be honest, guys. This is the second attempt to your reading. And I was just going to start from scratch. But the reason I'm smirking is because there was about 5 cards, I think, and then I got interrupted and I had to start again. But I was literally talking about there's something about your past that needs to be released. Now, we'll see where this goes, but the first card you got was the Six of Cups, which is reflection of the past. Now, it can be a few things. It doesn't have to always be that, but I'll just say Queen of Swords. What was the cards? My gosh. Anyways, Six of Cups. It was the Eight of Wands, Queen of Swords. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe it's... Anyways. I was going to carry through Two of Cups. Okay. The Seven of Wands. Okay. So there's a guarded energy here. Yeah, the Tower. Okay. I kind of get the theme because this is round 2, and I would think if it's meant to be, it's meant to be the same message. It's very similar. There's a connection here, guys, Cancer. There's a connection that you have, okay? It's a tower here, but there's a little bit of somebody or something that is still keeping this situation, like there's still resistance. There is somebody who may have their guard up around letting something completely end. And I feel like there is still something here that you guys shared a special bond. You guys shared something very loving. I'm having this very weird image, and as you guys know me as a reader, I read intuitively, I pick up hits, and I say what I get. There's something about windshield wipers. This is so weird. It's like you guys sat in a car talking in the rain, and there's like windshield wipers going off here, and you guys were maybe you were in a drive-through theater. So I don't know. There's windshield wipers. It's a rain. There's 2 people in the car. That's going to be a very specific message. You can share it in the comments if it makes sense. It was Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, and there's the Eight of Wands. See, it's all here. It was about getting what I was saying is like you may be needing to have a conversation, or you may need either you and or this other person needs a sense of clarity to be released. You know, it's kind of like a full clear message to release the 2 of you or release you. Maybe you're the one that's looking for some answers, some truth. Okay, there could be some apologies here that somebody's been carrying around some burdens that they want to get off their chest. Okay, Page of Cups, 10 of Wands with the 8 of Wands. So there is something around that communication that in order for somebody to fully release, let go, move on, they need to maybe talk about something or share something, or there's something that they held back, and there could have been resistance or something not fully spoken of, and then the ending took place, and maybe I don't know what that is, but there is somebody here that's hoping that you'll at least understand, or there's something about wanting to release themselves and communicate what has been weighing them down about this breakup or about the whole ending or whatever this is. Um, there's the Eight of Cups. This is crazy how this was the other card too. This is crazy how there was Eight of Cups. This is just interesting how this is just popping up again. So the message needs to be shared for someone out there. It's like you can't move on until you move on. You can't move on until you walk away. Somebody has to maybe mention or not leave any time here when it comes to moving forward, letting go. It's quickly moving on, relieving yourself or this person or situation of whatever is weighing you down. And I think that somebody here, Cancer, you know, I do think that somebody here genuinely, you know, had feelings, cares. They genuinely, you know, probably tried to mean well, or they mean well. They don't want to, because I feel like there's a resistance saying, I didn't want this to end. I didn't, you know, there's somebody here that's trying to hold up that tower moment from falling. But they have a hard time, or they never communicated. They bottled up their talk, their conversation, their words. They held on to things that probably should have been spoken, especially if it comes to their feelings, and also an apology here. So they're apologizing, or there's something around that. I think, okay, I'm gonna make this a quick reading because the message that I was getting is that, and it's gonna show up here most likely because this is really similar to the last one, is that, well, we'll see. We'll see what it's saying. Because I feel like it's Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, Ten of Swords. Well, with the Ten of Pentacles, yeah, man. Ten of Pentacles followed by the Ten of Swords. So what felt so abundant, or what felt so stable and so had so much long-term potential, or, you know, it's like there is betrayal here. I hate to say it, but the Ten of Swords is a bit of a painful ending, and there's something that somebody feels that they either took a lot of, maybe their finances, maybe somebody here got a little bit betrayed financially. Some birds here, guys, you're gonna hear. Nighttime is setting in. That's a mockingbird, by the way. I'm a bird geek. That's why I do the bird readings. So you may want to look up a mockingbird to see what that was, to see what the message is. I have that in my bird book that I used to do the reading, the closing off with the oracle cards. I don't have it, but I know that that's a mockingbird. Eight of Swords. Yeah, this person, somebody here is really stressed out about the pain they've caused. This is something that feels like we can't let go of the pain, but you have to. It's here. It's done. Ten of Swords. What are you overthinking here? What is this? What is this? It's like you knew it was coming. King of Swords. There's something here, Cancer, that some of you, you went in for the long term here, okay? You had this, there was something about connection. There's no doubt, okay? Now, obviously things changed. Obviously things, you know, moved in different directions. There's things that took place. There's people who didn't express their feelings. But I think some of you, you learned a lot about, it's like something you knew. I want to say like some of you have had a bit of a third eye, or a bit of a vision of the fact that, or a truth inside you that was like, you know, when you know something's not going to work out, but you're really banking on that Ten of Pentacles. You're banking that this situation or connection is going to build, it's going to grow, it's going to improve. giving it the benefit of the doubt, not wanting to think negatively, whatever that is. I think something inside of you sort of knew that this may not last eternity, kind of thing, a lifetime together. And I think some of you, once you got in it, once you got involved, you've something kept you feeling like, I can't get out. Okay. But I think some of you've definitely learned something here, and you tried to prove yourself right, or prove that person wrong, that this was we're going to make this happen, or this is going to work. I feel like some of you were ready for the challenges. You were like, these are just challenges. These are what relationships entail. This is what I'm supposed to do. And I think you learned a lot of lessons. But the King of Swords is also, I just feel like some of you knew. Some of you knew the outcome. Now that it's here, you almost realize, like, I'm not surprised kind of feeling. There's a thing here about it was good while it lasted, but the pain was everlasting feeling. I don't think it's going to ever last you. It's not you're going to be moving forward. What's the overall advice for Cancer? Temperance, the healing of the situation, to let go, to release, to surrender, to allow things to be what they are, to fall into place as they should. Things will settle down here, Cancer, and I think that there's some remnants or some things that need to be maybe spoken of. You'll know. I mean, some people leave and they abandon, or they walk away, or they never want to talk out of frustration or anger or whatever. But you know when you have a conversation and you never wanted to see that person again, but you know when things settle, and you know when you have that conversation that it's like, you know what, I'm glad we did this, because I can leave and move on with my life in peace, in harmony. You can wish each other as best you can. I don't think this is like a crazy angry thing or, resentment per se. There is a lot of pain. This is a difficult ending. A lot, for sure. It weighed down for many, many years, maybe, for a long period of time. But healing is taking place. Your advice is to get back into the harmony and the balance of your life, and sort of to allow it to be what it is, to let the outcome be what it is. Three of Pentacles, the bottom of the deck. Queen of Pentacles. So some of you have to recoup or work towards some of your financial abundance again. There could have been a bit of a financial betrayal here. Some of you may have, you could be going through a lot of stress around the financials of life because of this, or just in general. That could be a side message. Some of you are encouraged to focus on your stability, your abundance, your financial future, your work role, the thing that you're doing. Okay? Cancer, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this message helps. Thanks again for all of your likes, your shares, your comments. I appreciate it. Have a great night, and I will see you soon. Take care.